we're going to be producing the Alby Sure life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up at a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died.
Man, Diddy really can't catch a break these days. First, he collects countless lawsuits of SA and abuse from both men and women. Then the FBI and Homeland Security decide to raid both his mansions, causing complete mayhem in his home. And then to put the cherry on top, both Alby Sure and 50 Cent announce that they will be releasing movies documenting their lives and all the they went through over the last decade. Or should I say that was done to them by the man, the myth, the legend, Puffy himself. I mean, the cat's pretty much out of the bag at this point, and Diddy could not be more royally effed than he is right now. Kind of ironic, because usually he prefers to be on the other side. Either way, the film Alby is about to release is supposedly going to be career-ending for certain people, because he is not holding back. But what led him to come to this moment? Let's dig in. Let's rewind a bit and delve into the beef between Diddy and Al. These two aren't exactly known for exchanging Christmas cards or sharing a laugh over brunch. No, sir. Their history is more like a roller coaster ride through a whirlwind of drama, egos, and industry rivalries. You see, their feud dates back to the golden era of hip-hop and R&B, where both Diddy and Albert were mixed with the same woman, Kim Porter. Porter and Diddy spent a decade together, raising 4 children, one of whom is Porter's son from her prior relationship with Alby Sure. But who is this guy? Well, Al is a successful singer emerging in the late 80s, achieving significant acclaim. His debut album, In Effect Mode, sold over 3 million copies and dominated the #1 position on the Billboard R&B chart for 7 consecutive weeks. Additionally, he broadened his musical horizons by delving into writing and producing for various artists, including crafting songs for Jodeci, Tevin Campbell, Faith Evans, and Usher. Alby and Porter commenced their relationship just as his career was skyrocketing. As Al recounted in a recent interview with Angela Yee, he relocated Porter from her hometown in Columbus, Georgia, to New York to assist in her modeling endeavors. Their introduction was orchestrated by Andre Harrell, Albert's label head, who was captivated by Porter's allure. The feeling was mutual. In Albert's TV One episode of Unsung, Porter fondly reminisced, stating, "He was sweet, kind, and genuine. Those were the qualities that drew me in, aside from his striking good looks." Additionally, she was incredibly independent, involved in modeling, frequently jetting off to Italy, so I would fly out to Italy to be there for her, Al revealed.
He was very genuine and sweet and compassionate, and those are the things that I fell in love with, outside of his good looks.
Alby penned the song Forever My Lady, famously performed by Jodeci, as a heartfelt tribute to Porter during her pregnancy with their son Quincy. "I began writing the song Forever My Lady, and it was inspired by Kimberly. The lyrics go, 'So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me,'" Al recounted.
I remember they were working on the song and they couldn't come up with the lyrics, and Al looked at me and he was like, "So you're having my baby," and I was like, ah!
Porter, undoubtedly, was deeply flattered by the gesture, but Alby was unfaithful during his relationship with Porter, ultimately leading to its demise. Porter made the difficult decision to end the relationship when she learned that Al had fathered a child with another woman. Following the breakup, Porter entered into an on and off relationship with Diddy that spanned over a decade. During this time, Diddy also played a significant role as a surrogate father to Quincy, Porter's son with Alby. Porter's unexpected death due to pneumonia in 2018 sent shockwaves through many, especially Alby Sure, who has been deeply devastated by her passing. He frequently pays tribute to her on his social media pages, expressing his enduring love and grief. However, his latest post about Porter raised concerns among fans after he hinted at the belief that her death may not have been due to illness, but rather something more sinister. Jaguar Wright has also implied that Diddy was behind the death.
They have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
During an emotional interview with Ye, Al opened up about the recent post and dropped a bombshell revelation. He and Porter were once married. I posted something the other day talking about my ex-wife. Yeah, I said it, my ex-wife, Kimberly, he revealed. Nobody knew, because we didn't discuss being married. We didn't discuss it. I was just giving her. Every so often I give her a tribute. Now things have changed a lot. Al is facing a major dilemma right now, and it's got everything to do with his son Quincy. You see, Quincy was mostly raised by Diddy and Kim Porter, but recent events have got Al seriously reconsidering things. Why? Well, there was this whole raid thing at Diddy's house that shook things up, and now Alby is feeling like it's time to bring Quincy back home. Why, you ask? Because he's got some serious plans to expose Diddy. Yep, you heard that right. Al is gearing up to expose some stuff he believes Diddy's been keeping under wraps, and he sees getting Quincy back under his roof as a key move in his mission to uncover the truth. Quincy's always looked up to Diddy as his main father figure, calling him Pops, but things took a turn when Diddy's homes got raided due to some pretty serious allegations against him. Now, Alby Sure is making some big moves, urging Quincy to come back home. He even posted a heartfelt photo with Quincy on social media, captioning it with a message like, "Letter to my son, come home. The door is wide open. You're safe here, son. I love you, Pops." And people feel all kinds of what about this. One person wrote, "Quincy 32 years old. I'm sure if he wanted it to be with his father, he would. He'd been raised by Diddy all this time, Alby. Sure had plenty chances to get right with his son." But some were giving him the benefit of the doubt as well, with one ex-user saying, "I believe Alby Sure wanted to be a present father, but because of who Diddy was/is, it was overshadowed and belittled. If he chose the deadbeat path, he trash." But here's the kicker. A lot of folks are raising eyebrows at Alby's sudden public plea. Some are thinking it might be a subtle jab at Diddy, especially since Quincy once called out Alby for not being around much while he was growing up. In an open letter, Quincy spilled his feelings, questioning the importance of a biological relationship and reflecting on his absent father figure. So naturally, people are wondering what's really going on here. Is Alby just looking out for Quincy's safety, given the messy legal stuff swirling around Diddy? Or is there more to it? Now here's where things take a twist. Some folks out there are speculating that Alby Sure is not just calling Quincy back home out of concern for his safety. Nope, they're thinking there might be another angle to this whole story. You see, there's a buzz going around that Alby Sure might be gearing up to spill some serious tea about Diddy. And not just any tea, we're talking about some dark, scandalous stuff. The word on the street is that some people believe he might be getting ready to expose Diddy for allegedly mistreating Kim, much like he did with Cassie. Yep, you heard that right. There's chatter that he could be prepping to shine a light on some not-so-pleasant aspects of Diddy's past behavior toward Kim. And if he decides to talk about Diddy's alleged mistreatment of Kim, it might not be all that surprising to some. Why? Well, because there's already been chatter from someone close to the situation.
I saw that with my own eyes. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You gotta realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid. And being addicted to those things bring other drugs on.
You see, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, has previously hinted at similar allegations. He's dropped some eyebrow-raising comments that have fueled speculation about Diddy's behavior toward the women in his life.
I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter.
So, if Alby Sure decides to open up about what he knows, it won't be hard for many people to believe him. After all, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, right? And with multiple sources hinting at the same thing, well, it's starting to look like there might be more to this story than meets the eye. Fans are also watching all of this unfold very carefully. One person wrote on X, Alby Sure's announcement about producing a film on his life story, potentially implicating Diddy in his coma, is significant. Regarding his IG post to his son Quincy Brown, it seems there might be personal issues and controversial revelations at play that he's addressing publicly.
Kim know all his deepest secrets. You understand? Kim knew why he was using the butt plug.
Now, let's talk about his next move in this high-stakes game. Rumor has it that he's not planning to drop bombshells in some random interview or a series of cryptic social media posts. No, sir. He's got something much bigger up his sleeve. Word on the street is that he's got a film in the works. And let me tell you, this isn't just any run-of-the-mill movie. Oh no. This film has got Diddy sweating bullets. You see, it's all about timing. Alby Sure has been biding his time, quietly gathering evidence, and biding his time until the perfect moment to strike. And now, with this film on the horizon, it looks like that moment is fast approaching. The mere mention of this film has sent shockwaves through Diddy's camp, and for good reason. If Al decides to use this platform to expose the skeletons in Diddy's closet, well, let's just say it could be game over for the music mogul. The air was buzzing with anticipation as iconic R&B sensation Alby Sure dropped some cryptic hints during a discussion about his upcoming biopic. Nestled in the midst of promoting equal access to healthcare, alongside renowned attorney Ben Crump at the Equal Justice Now Awards in Los Angeles, Alby Sure left tongues wagging with his intriguing remarks. With a mischievous glint in his eye, the night and day crooner teased the crowd, hinting at the roller coaster ride that his life story promises to be. "We're going to be producing the Alby Sure life story," he announced, his voice dripping with anticipation. "So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really gonna need to call Homeland Security." And just like that, the bombshell was dropped. Alby Sure not only unveiled his plans to immortalize his life journey on the silver screen, but also hinted at something much deeper lurking beneath the surface. With whispers of Diddy's involvement in his near-fatal coma floating in the air, the stage is set for a cinematic showdown of epic proportions. As fate would have it, the Department of Homeland Security found itself thrust into the spotlight just days after Alby Sure's enigmatic revelation. The reason? Well, it's all tied to none other than Sean Diddy Combs and his lavish estates in Los Angeles and Miami. In a turn of events that sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, reports emerged of a federal raid on Diddy's palatial properties. And what's the reason behind this dramatic intrusion, you ask? Allegations of sex trafficking, no less. Former employees of the bad boy boss have stepped forward, asserting claims of trafficking in civil lawsuits against Diddy. And now, it seems like the authorities are taking these allegations seriously, with the Department of Homeland Security stepping in to investigate. More on that later. But is it a coincidence that Puff got raided by Homeland Security and Alby mentioned the same authorities? Some might think so, but for those paying attention, the timing of these events seems more than a little suspicious. As the investigation unfolds and the truth begins to emerge, one thing's for sure: the spotlight is shining brighter than ever on the murky underbelly of the music industry. Adding another layer to the intrigue, Alby Sure recently opened up about a harrowing experience that nearly claimed his life. In a shocking revelation, the Forever My Lady artist disclosed that he unexpectedly slipped into a 3-month coma back in November 2022. In a candid and detailed Instagram post shared during his recovery, Alby Sure recounted the ordeal, describing the numerous medical procedures he endured during that time. However, he remained tight-lipped about the precise events leading up to his hospitalization. Now, with his biopic on the horizon, it seems Alby Sure is gearing up to pull back the curtain and unveil the truth. His insinuation regarding Diddy comes amidst a flurry of allegations against the Bad Boy Records founder. As many are aware, Diddy is currently embroiled in multiple lawsuits, with plaintiffs accusing him of a litany of offenses, including sexual abuse, assault, and exploitation. Moreover, Diddy has also faced allegations of physical violence. The connection doesn't end there. Recall Cassie's mention in her abuse lawsuit, where she suggested that Diddy was involved in an incident where rapper Kid Cudi's car was destroyed for allegedly flirting with her. With this context in mind, Alby Sure's suggestion that Diddy might have played a role in his coma takes on a chilling significance, potentially lending credence to his claims. And you know there's going to be a lot of chaos if things start coming out. Previously, Alby Sure has also hinted at a darker truth surrounding the tragic passing of his ex, Kim Porter, who was the mother of Quincy. While official reports attributed her death to pneumonia, Alby Sure, aged 55, expressed skepticism, suggesting there was more to the story than met the eye. In a now-deleted Instagram post from 2020, Alby Sure expressed his disbelief, stating, "I had no clue. I do know very clearly that hashtag Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some bullshit. Really? His words hinted at suspicions regarding the circumstances of Kim Porter's demise. Moreover, he pointed to recent happy moments shared with Porter, including celebrating their son Quincy's new deal and a Christmas special with Netflix, suggesting that Porter was in good health and spirits shortly before her passing. Alby Sure's cryptic remarks left many questioning the official narrative surrounding Kim Porter's death and pondering the possibility of undisclosed truths lurking beneath the surface. You know, not too long ago, there were reports circulating about Kim's family considering legal action against Diddy, claiming wrongful death. Apparently, they had some solid evidence to back their case. And if you look at everything we've gathered over the years, it's hard to believe Kim's death was just natural. I mean, think about it. The blood supposedly found on her pillowcases, and a trail leading to the bathroom floor where she was discovered. And here's the kicker. She wasn't found in her bed, but on the bathroom floor. It's like she was moved there. Even the original coroner hinted at foul play, mentioning a suspicious amount of a certain toxin in her system. But get this, he was allegedly replaced, and suddenly her cause of death is labeled as pneumonia. Doesn't that seem fishy to you? And it took the new coroner 2 weeks to make that call. Plus, the timing of Kim's last call to 911 at 2:43 a.m. and her being found the next morning at 11:06 a.m. doesn't add up. It's all just so sketchy. So, maybe AOB knows more than he's letting on about what Kim went through, and he's trying to protect Quincy from being around Diddy when everything blows up. And if there's someone who's been vocal about not buying the pneumonia story, it's definitely AL. And things are already pretty bad for Diddy, so he definitely doesn't want any more of his horrible stuff coming out. Diddy's legal troubles escalated dramatically in November when his ex-girlfriend Cassie filed a lawsuit against him, alleging abuse and sex trafficking. Although the details of the lawsuit were settled outside of court for an undisclosed sum, Cassie's allegations opened the floodgates for more individuals to step forward with their own harrowing stories. One particularly disturbing case emerged with a woman suing both Diddy and Harve Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy Records, alleging that they abused her when she was a teenager in 2003. Adding to the mounting allegations, Lil Rod, who had worked on Diddy's album, the Love album Off the Grid, came forward with a lawsuit accusing the former Revolt owner of SA. In his claims, Lil Rod detailed disturbing incidents, such as being coerced into working on music while Diddy showered in the bathroom. In response to these shocking developments, both Cassie and Lil Rod's lawyers issued statements expressing their support for the raids on Diddy's properties and advocating for accountability for the alleged harm caused by the music mogul. As the legal saga unfolds, Diddy finds himself embroiled in a storm of controversy and facing increasing scrutiny over his conduct and treatment of others. Plus, he also had a scary visit from Homeland Security recently that we told you about earlier. Man, it was like something out of a movie when News Chopper 4 caught sight of officials decked out in protective gear and toting weapons surrounding P. Diddy's property. I mean, we're talking about Homeland Security investigations getting in on the action. And if that wasn't enough, new footage just dropped, giving us a peek into the aftermath of the raid on Diddy's LA mansion. TMZ got their hands on some serious footage, showing the whole place turned upside down, safes busted open, pill bottles scattered around, and designer threads strewn everywhere. It was like a whirlwind had torn through the place. But wait, there's more. DailyMail.com got their hands on exclusive photos and videos showing the chaos inside Diddy's Florida mansion on Star Island. Rooms were left in disarray, door frames were damaged, and belongings were tossed around like nobody's business. And get this, it wasn't just the living spaces that got the treatment. The feds didn't leave a stone unturned, digging through everything from laptops to kitchen appliances, and even toiletries in the bathrooms. Yeah, they went through it all. But here's the kicker. Amidst the chaos, some things were left behind. Diddy's Grammys, his sneaker collection, and even a poster board celebrating the man himself. It's like they were cherry-picking what to take and what to leave behind. But let's talk about what went down after those federal agents rolled up on Diddy's swanky digs in Miami and LA. According to insiders spilling the beans to NBC News on March 26th, turns out they found firearms at both spots. And get this, right before Diddy was about to jet off to the Bahamas, Homeland Security swooped in and grabbed his phones in Miami. Now, Diddy's lawyer, Aaron Dyer, didn't waste any time firing back. In a statement to E! News on March 26th, he straight up called out what he saw as a total overreaction by the authorities. He didn't hold back, slamming the whole thing as an unprecedented ambush and saying it was way too aggressive, especially with how they treated Diddy's kids and staff. But here's the kicker. Dyer didn't stop there. He went on to defend Diddy big time, calling the raids a witch hunt and making it clear that Diddy was innocent. Plus, he made sure to point out that Diddy had been cooperating with the cops all along. Bottom line, Diddy's team isn't backing down. They're standing firm, shouting from the rooftops that their guy is innocent, and they're ready to fight tooth and nail to prove it. Looks like this legal drama is just heating up, and you better believe Diddy's not backing down without a fight. And even if Diddy tries to defend himself after Al's movie, he's gonna have to be on watch because 50 Cent is also coming after him. Rapper 50 Cent is making some serious moves in the wake of the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. He's not just sitting back, he's taking action. In a bold move, 50 Cent announced that his production company, G-Unit Film and Television, is gearing up to produce a documentary shedding light on the abuse allegations surrounding Diddy. And get this, all the proceeds from the film will be donated to victims of SA. Now that's what I call putting your money where your mouth is. The decision came after a fourth woman came forward with allegations of being drugged and abused by Diddy, who has vehemently denied the claims. 50 Cent isn't taking these accusations lightly, and he's determined to use his platform to make a difference. Taking to social media, 50 Cent posted a clip of rapper Mark Curry, formerly of Bad Boy Records, discussing the party scene with Diddy and others. According to Curry, Diddy would spike champagne and bottles with something to make the girls real slippery. It's chilling stuff, and it's clear that 50 Cent is ready to shine a spotlight on it. In an Instagram post addressing the planned donation, 50 Cent didn't mince words. WTF, at some point you gotta just do the right thing, he wrote. And it looks like he's doing just that, standing up for what's right and making sure victims of SA get the support they deserve. Now that's some serious power moves right there. So, what do you think? Is this new movie going to finally put Diddy behind bars? Or will he be able to let his power and influence save him from prison time? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.